Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of John's never-ending list of random things to do. For today's video, I will be working on my 1985 Toyota Celica Supra. Now if you don't already have fog lights installed here, there is now an option to install tow hooks. There are also tow hooks available for the rear. Thanks to the guys at JP3 Motorsports, this is now an option. You can choose to have either driver side or passenger side, or both driver side and passenger side. These are limited items and will not be remade. Get them while supplies last. I'll also leave a link in the description below. If you own an 82 or an 83, or if your front bumper looks like this, you'll want to get your front tow hooks from Techo Toy Tuning. I'll leave a link in the description below. Since the front is easier to install, let's start here on the passenger side. You'll want to remove these 3 17mm bolts. Go ahead and break them loose and remove them completely. Now the new bolts are a little longer. This will allow us to install the original tow hook with the aftermarket tow hook. Now go ahead and pass the tow hook through here. If you wanted to, you could just install the aftermarket tow hook without the original tow hook. Just align the holes up like so and bolt it down. But a lot of us like to keep the original parts, so let's see if this will work. If you wanted to, you could put the original tow hook on the outside and the aftermarket tow hook on the inside. Now while holding everything in place, insert the first bolt to hold everything in place, then install the rest of the bolts. Now don't tighten the bolts just yet. You want to place the hook in the position of your liking. Now using a 3/4 inch socket, tighten the bolts down. Here's a quick glance of how it looks. You might notice this hook is a little crooked. We'll fix that later. The driver's side was the exact same process as the passenger side. And again, you'll notice this hook is crooked. We'll get this fixed soon. There it goes. It's pretty straight now. All I did was, I took a hammer and I went down here and I banged on the backside of the OEM tow hook. And now the driver's side is pretty straight as well. Again, I came down here and I just hit the backside of this tow hook. And now with the front done, let's move to the back. This tow hook fits right on top of this hook like so. But if your original hook is higher than it's supposed to be, you might have to bend it down. So I placed the pry bar in here like so. Then I applied a lot of pressure on the pry bar. Now you'll want to check your progress so you don't overdo it. Place the bracket in with the first bolt and just slide it through. Now check to see if the second bolt fits in. Since the second bolt didn't go in, I had to bend the hook down a little more. Something that might mess you up while installing this hook is, the lower bolt doesn't really seat all the way in, but once you put a nut on the other end and start tightening it, it'll seat itself properly. Now for the installation. Take the back plate and place it here. Now with the bolt in the hook, place it through the first hole. You also want to maneuver your way around this plastic piece. Now place in the second bolt. Follow it up with a washer and a lock washer. And tighten it down with the nut. Now go ahead and place the washers for the first bolt and the nut. Before tightening the nuts, make sure the hook is in the position you want it. Then using an 11/16 inch socket, tighten the nuts down. Now my passenger side had the same issue. This hook was a little too high, so I had to bend it down. Again, you always want to check your progress to make sure you don't bend it too far. When checking the fitment, you want to insert the bolt onto the hook. Taking a closer look, You'll notice the bolt hits this piece right here. This might keep the aftermarket tow hook from seating in properly, so we'll have to go back and bend the original hook down just a little bit more. Now checking the progress, and this looks good. Now place in the back plate like so, followed by the second bolt. Then place in the washer, lock washer, and nut. Make sure you place the hook in the position of your liking. Then using an 11/16" socket, tighten it down. And here's a quick glance of how they look installed. I hope some of you found this video helpful. If you did and you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys for the next random project.